What's up guys, my name is Carl and welcome back to Tech Hunter. This right here is a splash-proof, drop-proof and completely wireless and portable smart projector. This is from BenQ and this is the BenQ GS2. We've all seen portable projectors around, there's tons on Amazon and they're nothing new or revolutionary. So what makes the BenQ GS2 stand out from the crowd? Let's take a look and see. First things first, let's take a look at what comes in the bag. Yes, this little bag, this projector comes with a handy little carrying bag that reminds me a lot of my old lunchbox I used to have. Inside we get the charger for the GS2 itself, a magnetic charging cable on one end, which charges the GS2 for up to 3 hours of usage, which is just about enough for most film watching sessions, unless you were maybe hoping to watch something like The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, then you just might be pushing it a little bit too close. We also get a handy little remote, which is also a nice feature, but just in case you do or somebody else loses the remote, there are buttons on top of the GS2 as well, and you can also even connect your phone up to this thing to work as a remote too using the BenQ Smart Control app. So all is not lost if you lose this thing and you can't find it or it ends up in the nether somewhere. Looking around the projector, we can see at the bottom we've got an adjustable hinge, which makes setting up the angle of the projector that much easier. We also get a thread on the bottom so you can easily sit this thing on top of a tripod and give you even more adjustability. Around the back is where the 2-watt integrated speaker and exhaust for the fan are situated. The sound isn't fantastic, it's marginally better than what your phone might produce or a budget laptop, but it's a welcome addition. On the front of this big rubbery beige box, we have the grey brushed looking plastic material, which gives a nice contrast, and you can see the main LED for the projector up the front too, which BenQ rates at 30,000 hours with the colours that stay vivid. We also get a couple sensors for autofocus and eye protection. Basically turns off the projector if something gets too close to it, so it doesn't cause any harm, and kicks in at around 30 centimeters. This whole unibody structure of the GS2 is coated in a rubbery material to make it easy to grip and hold, as well as offering it increased kind of drop protection, up to ½ a meter according to BenQ. I'm yet to try it because I don't want to break it. The GS2 is also IPX2 certified, so if it starts raining during your movie session, the GS2 should hold up long enough for you to start packing things away, or if somebody spills maybe some water on it or a drink on it, you should be okay. Now for a little bit more on the projection quality and picture, the GS2 runs at a slightly disappointing 720p resolution, which for me personally is a bit of a deal breaker. At this kind of price, around the £550 to £600 mark in the UK, I feel like 1080p should be standard. Maybe that'll come with the GS3 whenever BenQ decide to release that. Aside from the resolution, we have a contrast ratio of 100,000 to 1 on Osram QA8 LED that gives us around 500 lumens of brightness, which is good for about 20,000 hours of normal usage, and like I mentioned earlier, 30,000 if you use it on eco mode. At 1 meter of distance from the surface, you get around a 35-inch image, which, if I'm honest, at 720p, you don't really want to go much bigger than that before you can really start to see just how big those pixels really are. The zoom ratio of the GS2 is fixed and you can't adjust it, but you can adjust the keystone by plus or minus 40 degrees, which is also handy. The GS2 does have an auto keystone feature built in, which seems to work well too, and I honestly never really needed to use anything else. Now what makes this projector so smart? Well, it's running Android, a very old version at that, which allows it to access the Aptoid TV market for downloading apps and for smartphone projector connection. This allows the GS2 to access apps such as Netflix, YouTube, Amazon, as well as many more kind of apps. I use the GS2 to watch a couple episodes of a series on Netflix, and it's pretty cool having the ability to just kind of move things around, point it at a blank surface and just start watching something. Of course, to access shows on Netflix or YouTube, you will need Wi-Fi, so you could always set up a Wi-Fi hotspot on your mobile phone for the GS2 to connect to. Or if you're using it at home, you can just always connect to your local Wi-Fi. It's a little odd how the GS2 works though, as it doesn't have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth built into this thing, and relies actually on a USB 2.0 port and a Wi-Fi dongle. It's a bit of a crude way to do it, I guess, but it also means you can potentially upgrade to a better Wi-Fi and Bluetooth dongle in the future. There's always positives in everything, isn't there? Speaking of ports though, the GS2 also has a USB Type-C port with support for DisplayPort under that cover, and a HDMI 1.4 port and an audio out port too. You can easily connect the GS2 to Bluetooth devices like speakers or headphones in the settings menu, or just connect them using the 3.5mm audio jack, which is always nice if your alternative speaker doesn't have great battery life. If I was making permanent use of the GS2, I'd probably look at maybe bringing a decent Bluetooth speaker with me for it to connect to up the audio quality for the kind of full movie experience. The integrated speaker that the GS2 comes with is fine for just watching some YouTube videos or some TV shows, but if you want to watch a movie, the tiny 2-watt speaker leaves a lot to be desired. It doesn't really offer any bass at all. If you wanted to though, you can use the GS2 as a Bluetooth speaker itself, if you just wanted something that was maybe a little bit better than using the integrated speakers inside your phone. Weighing in at just 1.6 kilograms, I think the GS2 is a pretty solid and compact machine. It offers decent battery life for its size, it's easy to use, very user-friendly and child-friendly, and would be a seriously cool thing to pack away with you to take on a holiday or your next trip away. For the nearly £600 you can buy these for is potentially asking too much in my eyes. I'd feel a lot more comfortable recommending this if it was closer to say £400. You can pick up 1080p portable projectors for around the £550 mark from other brands, and I feel like a company like BenQ are more than capable of getting more pixels inside this tiny beige package for the same sort of price. Overall though, I have enjoyed my time with the GS2. It's been pretty cool having it around, and my niece and nephew have found it pretty cool too, being able to watch Thomas the Tank Engine wherever they go. But what do you guys think? Is the GS2 or a portable projector something you're thinking of picking up in the future? Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this kind of thing. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to hit that like button on your way out, and if you decide my face hasn't offended you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.